So most of us have only ever used handrails for their intended purpose, but if you're a fan of slacklining or skateboarding or BMX and you want to get the feeling of being on top of a handrail, you gotta try out urban rail walking. I've had many people tell me how tough they think this looks, but compared to other activities that I've done, urban rail walking is one of the most calculated yet simple activities when you progress up to it and do it right. So here's some tips to help you guys get started. Tip number one, starting small is easy. Right next to my stand-up workstation here, I have my home training facility, AKA a gardening hoe. If you have one of these or another similar low to the ground, stable railing object, you can practice this at home. And here's the beauty of it. Whether you're an inch off the ground or 10 feet off the ground, you're using the same exact muscles to balance on a rail. And you might want to find a nearby wall to initially keep one hand on, clear out anything nearby you could possibly fall into and go for it, contracting those core muscles to keep you straight as you go. Also, get rid of anything you have in your pockets. You're balancing on a symmetric rail, so you want to keep everything of your body symmetric. So, no wallet on one side and just, a single bracelet on the other. You want to be totally balanced. And the best posture that I found for rail walking, you want to keep your arms out between 90 degrees and 45, horizontal in line, and your front foot is on that rail and it's making a triangular point. So point 1, point 2, and point 3 being here, the foot. Another simple exercise you could do at any time is what I call the toe to heel hover kiss. So your front foot is just hovering in front of the back foot off the ground, and your heel is touching the toe. It's kissing the toe. So you're really only balancing on your back foot and keeping in alignment like that, mimicking that sense of being on a straight rail. Tip number 2, get your upper body ready. So after you focus first on the basic balance of a flat ground rail, if you're going to be moving up to waist high and above rails, you want to get good at doing upper body dips. This skill gets you used to the feeling of catching a rail so you can lower your impact when hopping off the rail. When you know you're going to fall, choose a side, make sure both legs are over that side, and have your hand grab the rail before your feet touch the ground. This will help you decrease impact and keep you from stumbling and avoiding unnecessary injury. Feeling ready to go try a handrail? First, go find a mellow rail that has a step-up bar below it that just allows for easy mounting on top. Or go find a kinked rail and start on the flat portion first from one of the stairs, and then just step up. And inspect the rail beforehand. You want to make sure it's not wobbly or slippery or wet or has crud on it, because all of that can just be disastrous. And if it's a long rail, get a sense of where the rail ends from the start so that when you're on the rail, you're not feeling compelled to pick up your head to see where it ends, because the long rails can be pretty tiring. And picking your head up even to see the end of the rail can disorient your balance. At this beginning point, you shouldn't be hitting anything steep, but when you're ready to go onto a steeper rail, the first thing that you want to do is check to make sure your feet don't slide on it. And it's pretty easy to do. You step up to the rail, just throw your front foot onto it, lean most of your weight forward onto it, and just give it a test, see how it slides. Painted rails, I don't know what makes a rail slippery, but some of them are, and you don't want to try to go down a slippery rail. That's my advice. The only time I've ever gotten injured while doing urban rail walking was because I tried sliding down one. Dumb move. Tip number 3, practice daily ambidexterity. Urban rail walking is a perfectly balanced sport, and as a lefty learner over the last 7 years, I've learned how to do most activities, both left and right-handed as well as left and right-footed. And I believe that that goes hand in hand with how good one can be walking on a straight, balanced rail. So whatever you do, learn it ambi and watch your balance improve. And on a side note, My back has felt better than ever since practicing ambidexterity and urban rail walking. As a skateboarder for the last 25 years, I spent most of that time pushing and standing and doing tricks on one side, and spent these last number of years just reversing that. And it's balanced out the body, and it's helped me out so much. So for any diehard skateboarders out there, learn to push, stand, and do tricks switch. And if you grew up playing baseball or tennis or any other single-sided sport, switch it up, and that's going to help out your balance a lot for this activity. Practicing ambidexterity has also been shown to help balance the brain hemispheres, which I can attest has personally helped my life in various ways, of which I'll probably have to make another video in the future. Language acquisition, they say also as well. And pues mi esposa está aquí, eh? So thanks for watching this video. Go enjoy urban rail walking, and when you film some cool footage that other viewers are going to want to see, send it my way. We'd love to post it. Later.